Welcome to your daily Techpresso. In today's episode, we'll cover DeepSeek Math V2 winning a major math competition, a data center cooling failure halting global trading, and fears of a bubble in China's robotics market. We will also discuss Apple's regulatory fight in the EU, Epic Games' stance on AI disclosures, and a new study showing how poetry can break AI security filters. First, let's look at a major breakthrough in artificial intelligence. DeepSeek Math V2 has matched the gold medal standard at the 2025 International Mathematical Olympiad. It also scored an impressive 118 out of 120 on the William Lowell Putnam Mathematical Competition, which beats the top human score of 90. Unlike similar systems from OpenAI and Google that are hidden behind digital walls, DeepSeek released the model's weights publicly. This allows researchers to inspect its logic directly without needing cloud infrastructure. The system uses a new architecture called meta-verification to prevent errors. This means a secondary model judges the verification process to ensure the answer is based on real reasoning, not just a convincing guess. Next, let's talk about a significant disruption in the financial world. The Chicago Mercantile Exchange had to stop global trading activities because of a cooling issue. A chiller plant failed at a Cyrus One data center, causing problems for multiple units within the facility. While government bond systems are working again, orders for agriculture, energy, crypto, and equity indices are still blocked. Engineers are currently setting up temporary equipment to help fix the permanent systems. This outage affected Asian and European markets the most, specifically in cities like London and Kuala Lumpur. Since it happened early in the morning after a holiday, the financial impact on U.S. markets was likely limited. Moving on, there are growing concerns about the robotics industry in China. The National Development and Reform Commission has warned that the humanoid robot market might be forming a bubble. They believe heavy investment is moving much faster than the actual demand for these machines in factories or homes. A spokesperson noted that over 150 companies are working on robotics right now. Officials are worried that this sudden rush could lead to repetitive products and a stagnant market instead of responsible growth. Even though Beijing lists embodied intelligence as a key priority for the economy, the industry seems to be overheating. Most current projects are still just small pilots rather than large-scale business contracts. Now, let's update you on Apple's regulatory battles in Europe. Apple has formally told the European Commission that Apple Maps and Apple Ads have reached the threshold of 45 million monthly users. However, the company is fighting against being labeled a gatekeeper because it wants to avoid opening up its ecosystem. Regulators now have 45 working days to decide if these services are important gateways. If designated, Apple would have to remove self-preferencing mechanisms within 6 months. Separately, Polish regulators have charged the tech giant with antitrust abuse. They allege that Apple's privacy prompts handicap rivals while unfairly favoring its own internal advertising business. In gaming news, the CEO of Epic Games has a strong opinion on AI labels. Steam currently requires developers to admit when they use generative AI for game elements so the store does not reject them. For example, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 disclosed that its team uses these tools, but players demanded refunds after feeling the artwork did not match the promotions. Despite this, Epic CEO Tim Sweeney claims the AI warning tag makes no sense. He believes this technology will be involved in nearly all future game production. This stance comes even though many customers have expressed that they dislike finding low-quality AI content in the products they buy. Finally, let's look at a strange security flaw in large language models. Researchers have found that bad actors can bypass security filters simply by phrasing malicious requests as poetry. This method achieves success rates of up to 100% across 25 leading systems. The team converted 1-200 prompts into verse and found that poetic variants were 3 times more effective than normal text at tricking models like Google Gemini. The study suggests that rhythmic structures disrupt pattern recognition mechanisms. This proves that safety benchmarks often overestimate how well companies block harmful content when it is hidden inside creative expression. Thank you for listening to today's episode. See you tomorrow for the Daily Techpresso.